Hi everyone. I'm going to be making some summer splits over the next few weeks. Hopefully we can get these hives to build up during our fall flow here, which is usually pretty good, before we send them to California. We just need to get our numbers up before winter kicks on and make up for any losses we had and all the nucs we sold. And that's what I'm doing today. Here's one of the yards that we had quite a few losses in this year. The queens rolled from last year and I just never got around to replacing them. So you can see all the empty spots on the pallet. I'm going to try to rebuild those today, doing same yard splits, which, yeah, they're easy, but you got to make them a little bit stronger to account for all the drift back to the parent colonies. Got a lot of bad boxes here I need to change out too. This yard needs some work. It's been a little bit neglected this year. So hopefully by the end of the day, I'm going to have all these spots filled in with a good deep hive. And then if I'm able to get any additional splits, I brought some nuke boxes over here. We'll bring those back to the house. And that's really what I'm doing almost every day now. Try and get our numbers up. All right, yard's done. Everything with an orange flag either was a dead out that got rebuilt or had a bad queen that I pinched. And over half, I think almost half the yard was dead, and about the half of the remaining hives had bad queens. So most everything's going to get requeened. I'll have to come back and throw some cells or mated queens in, whatever I've got. But not a great yard, but the queens have been bad here all year long, so I've been kind of dragging my butt on requeening them. I just never got around to it. Now I paid the price. So instead of making a bunch of splits and bringing them home, I had to dump everything back into this yard to rebuild it. But that's the way it is sometimes. I'm putting in a combination of queen cells and mated queens in these same yard splits I made the other day. It's been a mixed bag. Some of them are holding up okay. We got 3 frames of brood, 2 honey, and foundation over here. I normally have not really tried doing same yard splits just because you get so much flyback. But I'm trying it out this year. I hope I'm not kicking myself in the butt here down the road. So we're going to try some with the cells, and then we'll try some with queens and see if it really makes a difference, or if I just need to reconsolidate all our bee yards, which is what we normally do. But this method's a lot easier. I just don't know if it's better. People always ask me, how do I put my mated queens in? Here's one of the reasons I like the plastic cages over the wooden California cages. So I just come right up here to the entrance and done. Yard number 2. I'm going to run through and split this yard as well. It's looking a lot better than the previous yard. I've only lost 5 hives out of 48 all year long. Haven't really had too much trouble out of it. I haven't split this yard at all this year. We brought these back from California, plopped them down here, and made a little honey, and that's been about it. So I just gave them a little medicine a couple weeks ago, and of course gave them food. So they should be ready to break down. I'm going to break them down into hive and a halves or double deeps, and should hopefully be able to make a lot of nucs off this yard. We'll have to see how it goes. Well, I'm about halfway through the yard, and I've just noticed a lot of spottiness in the brood pattern. And the queens here are a little bit old too. They need to be replaced, and I'm definitely not able to make as many splits as I was hoping for. I thought I could pull a full nuc at every one of these hives, but I'm definitely not. And I can definitely see, even without doing an alcohol wash, I got all this uncamped brood here. See how spotty it all is? Looks pretty ugly. And that's definitely mites. So that little apivar strip's not really cutting it right now. Now look at that. I mean, look how uncapped that brood is. It looks hideous. Don't see any mites on the bees. Don't see any deformed wings. So I don't know. Maybe the apivar did knock the mite population down since I put them in a couple of weeks ago. But yikes. I'm gonna have to maybe add a little more medicine to this yard, and I'm just not gonna get the splits that I want. Alright, done splitting for the day. Was able to rebuild all the dead outs. I made 16 more nucs, pinched a few bad queens, and the mite damage wasn't as bad as I thought. There was just a few bad hives. I'm gonna give those a little extra medication, knock the mites back down, and probably splitting will help reduce the mite loads too. And gonna be off to the next yard. See ya.